So how many of you guys have ever heard of Rascal Flatts? Alright, cool. This is a song called Broken Beautiful. No, I'm just kidding. Back in April, how many of you guys have heard my song Empty Me ever? I wrote that with a guy named Clint Lagerberg, different Clint than this guy. There's too many Clints in my life. I'm changing his name to Pedro. From now on, Pedro Milburn. Anyway, Clint and I wrote Empty Me together with a guy named Tony Wood, and after we got done writing that, we were like, man, Empty Me is a good song. We should write together again sometime. And so we got together last April, and we sat down and wrote a song called Here Comes Goodbye. And thank you. You haven't heard it yet, but anyway, we wrote the song, and Rascal Flatts label called us up and said, we really like this song. We'd like for Rascal Flatts to possibly do it, so we're going to put it what's called putting it on hold. So they basically tell you, this is a really good song, and we're going to maybe record it, so you can't show it to anyone else. And so for 9 months, we've been sitting around waiting to hear whether or not Rascal Flatts liked our song, and I was developing a complex about it. And, 9 months of not hearing anything, I started to wonder if I was good anymore. And, I'm just kidding. Where am I? So we finally heard this last week, or back in October, that they had recorded the song, but we didn't know if it was going to be on the album. And we just got the news this week that actually their first single for this new album is called Unstoppable. It comes out April 7th. Their first single from that album is a song that I wrote called Here Comes Goodbye. And it actually goes to radio this week, so I'm actually excited, and you'll be able to buy it on iTunes very, very soon. And so please support Rascal Flatts and support me, because I'll talk about this a little bit later on, but rock stars need money. So is it all right if I play that song for you guys? I can hear the truck tires coming up the gravel road, and it's not like her to drive that slow, and nothing's on the radio. Footsteps on the front porch, now I hear my doorbell. She usually comes right in, now I can't tell. Here comes goodbye, here comes the last time. Comes the start of every sleepless night, the first of every tear I'm gonna cry. Here comes the pain, here comes me wishing things had never changed. She was right here in my arms tonight, but here comes goodbye. I can hear her say I love you like it was yesterday, and I can see it written on her face that she had never felt this way. One day I thought I'd see her with her daddy by her side, and violins would play. Here comes the bride, but here comes goodbye. Comes the last time, here comes the start of every sleepless night, the first of every tear I'm gonna cry. Here comes the Here comes the last time.